Hey everybody, welcome back to my house. I hope that you had a great week celebrating Easter with your family. We miss you and wish that we could have been together in person, but I hope that you had a great time still celebrating and knowing that Jesus is alive. And hopefully you completed the challenge of planting something, a flower or a vegetable or something. And this next week, if you planted it right and followed the directions, and if you're a little lucky, hopefully this week your plant is going to start to grow. And as it grows, you'll be reminded that Jesus is alive, in the same way that your plant is alive. Before Jesus died and before his resurrection, he spent time teaching about heaven. We don't know a whole lot about heaven and what it's going to be like. We know a little bit, but we do know that it's going to be free from pain, free from sickness, and it's going to be way better than anything else we can possibly think of here on earth. And it's going to last forever. But you want to know something else we know? Is that anyone who wants to go to heaven can go to heaven. There's a verse in the Bible that says if you seek, you will find. So if you seek and look for Jesus, you'll find him. And if we look for heaven, we'll find it too. Did you go on an Easter egg hunt last week? We did at my house. When I was a kid, we would do Easter egg hunts too. One year, my dad found an egg with his lawnmower. In July. It was kind of gross. We didn't eat that one, we threw it away. But finding eggs has always been a lot of fun. And so I hope you had a lot of fun finding eggs if you did it too. When we would find eggs, I always had to shake them because I wanted to know what's inside. And I didn't want to open it because I was too busy trying to find as many eggs as possible. So I would shake it just to see what might be inside. And then I would usually try to guess what type of candy. So shake, guess what type of candy, then I'd find another one, shake, and then I would know if I found an egg that had nothing in it. Or at least I thought nothing was in it, because that happened sometimes. But sometimes there'd be $1 inside, and it would be a really good surprise. But finding eggs is always a lot of fun. And usually, after we were all done with our egg hunt, we would find all the candy that we had and trade the candy that we didn't like for someone else's candy if they had some that we liked. So I liked the black jelly beans. Most of my family didn't like those. So they gave me their black jelly beans and I gave them other stuff. But trading candy was usually something that we did afterwards. Did you ever trade the candy? Did anyone offer you anything for all your candy? What would you do if I said I will give you $1 for all of your candy that you found in your eggs? Would you say okay? Probably not. What if I said I'll give you $10 for all your candy? Then would you say yes? Maybe. What if I said I'll give you $1 million? Kidding me? I don't have $1 million. But would you say yes if you were offered $1 million? Well, today's Bible story, Jesus shares a story about a time when somebody found something and what they were willing to give up because of what they had found. It's from Matthew chapter 13, verse 44. I'll read it for you. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure that a man discovered hidden in a field. In his excitement, he hid it again and sold everything he owned to get enough money to buy the field. This is Jesus sharing this story. So this man was willing to give everything away, sell everything he had, everything he owned, so that he could buy this field and have this treasure. And this treasure is the kingdom of heaven. Why would he give up everything he had for the kingdom of heaven? Well, it's because the kingdom of heaven is the best gift you can possibly have. It's the greatest thing there ever was and ever will be, and it's something that we would be willing to give up everything we had so that we can have that gift. That's what Jesus was saying here. He was willing, this man was willing to give up everything he owned so that he could have the kingdom of heaven. Matthew chapter 7, verse 7 says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you." When we ask God for forgiveness, it will be given to us. When we seek Jesus, we will find him. And when we knock on the door to heaven, it will be opened to us. When I was a kid, we ran over the egg with the lawnmower on accident because we didn't find them all. It must have been hidden really well. It is a lot more fun to actually find eggs. And when you play hide and seek, it's a lot more fun if you actually find the people that you're looking for. You ever look for something and it's right in front of you, but you don't realize it? Like when you open up the fridge and you're looking for the milk and you don't see it, but you know it's in there. And then you ask your mom to help you, and you know she knows where it is. She doesn't even have to come look. But she comes over and she grabs the milk and it was right in front of your face the whole time, you just didn't realize it. Well, Matthew 7:7 tells us that if we look for Jesus, we will find him. He's not hiding from us. He wants to spend time with us. He wants to forgive us. And if we ask him to, he does. If you haven't made the choice to follow Jesus, or you haven't asked him to forgive you of your sin, you can do that today. You don't have to wait till we get back to church to make a choice to follow him. You can do it now while you're at home with your family. It's really simple. So if you're ready, you can pray and ask God to forgive you of the sin that you have in your life. Admit that you need his help to be forgiven of that sin, because we all need that help. Next step is to believe that God sent his son, Jesus, to die for us, like we celebrated last week. Not only did he die, but he came back. And as he has new life, we can have new life too. Then we choose or commit to following him, not just today, but every day. As we read our Bibles, we learn more about God and how much he loves us and what he wants us to do about our lives as we follow him. So if you make that choice, the Bible says there's a big party happening in heaven. And as the angels and as God celebrates, we as a church want to celebrate with you too. So if you choose to follow Jesus, we want to know. So tell your parents, have them tell their small group, have them tell me, let's tell the other people in church so that we as a whole big church family can continue to celebrate with you. So your challenge this week is to play a game like I Spy or Hide and Seek, or if you have eggs still, you can re-hide them. But this will give you a chance to seek and find. And no matter how hard it is to find something, you can remember that Jesus isn't hiding. He loves you, he's always there for you, and he's ready to listen to you no matter what. Pretty cool, huh? Well, thanks again for coming over to my house. I'll see you all next week.